How and for what shall we remember the year 2016 in Cyprus section? In 2016, our ministerial team doubled with the arrival of two Adventist Volunteer Services couples. Andrea and Silvana de Jesus, joining us from Southern Adventist University, are currently working in our community center in Limassol, the second largest town. And Harold and Irina Novak came from Cernica and are now ministering in Larnaca, the third largest town in Cyprus. The AVS presence and contribution in these towns is greatly appreciated. They help with children and youth work, with pathfinders and adventurer clubs, or as language, music, or Bible teachers. Andrew and Silvana are currently running an Alpha course in Limassol Church, with mainly non-Adventists in attendance. In Larnaca, we have recently opened the first ever community center, which serves as a place of worship for Seventh-day Adventist members living in the area. The community is very diverse. For example, the 11 people on this picture represent 11 different nationalities. This center is also a place from which our student missionaries can conduct various outreach community programs. The whole project is only 3 months old, but has already generated a number of contacts for us to work with. Our plans are to open a similar center in Paphos, giving thus opportunity to members in that part of the island to create a new and vibrant Seventh-day Adventist community. In 2016, we have for the first time as a church ventured into the community with some specific programs. In March, we had an open concert in Nicosia's Central Park, which gathered more than 300 people, and in May we had a health expo where more than 150 people had the opportunity to have their weight, sugar level, and blood pressure checked, but also could enjoy a massage, manicure, pedicure, and some other favors. People were literally queuing to benefit from these services, and this was the first time we reached out to the local press, and the event received a very positive coverage in the main national newspaper. But the effects of this event rippled on. Later on during that day, a Sri Lankan lady called and exclaimed, "Pastor, today I found my family." Sister Deepa, who came as a domestic worker to Cyprus several months ago, was handed a Vibrant Life magazine with Pastor's business card in the park during the event. As soon as she came home and opened the magazine, she realized it was her church serving the community. For several months, Deepa did not know where to find an SDA church. Now she has been regularly attending Sabbath services and is making her personal contribution to the church work. Through this, we realized the necessity for a website, created one, and are updating it regularly. The same night of the Health Expo event, the local pastor received another call from an Indian student inquiring more about the church and its work. Sudhir is currently preparing for baptism. He already connected us with an Indian student community and is bringing his friends to church. He is seriously contemplating about studying theology. The year 2016 will be remembered for a historic Sabbath when the SDA communities from both the North and the South met together for worship and fellowship. For the first time since the political divide in 1974, the gathering of more than 200 SDAs was the largest in the church's century-long presence on the island. Brother Moses El Madian, now 91 years old, grandson of the first Adventist believer on the biblical island, was moved to tears by the occasion, which he attended with his wife, son, and grandson. He commented, "I thoroughly enjoyed an extremely uplifting worship, a student choir of a professional quality, and the fellowship that followed." The Sabbath day was more than worship and fellowship. It also provided an opportunity for attendees to visit places associated with the biblical missionaries Paul and Barnabas. The two communities will meet again on the 18th of December for a Christmas outreach concert in the Home for Cooperation Educational Center in the United Nations buffer zone of Nicosia. The Greek plant in Nicosia also organized a number of outreach activities with the aim of reaching local population. In April, they had a mini evangelistic program with Pastor Dinos Mastromichalis, which generated a number of new contacts, and they organized several retreats for young people and their friends. Through these activities, they befriended a number of Cypriots, among them a young student who is now regularly attending the church services and whose presence is a real blessing to the Nicosia Greek plant. In September, the Greek church plant received the second shipment of the Ellen G. White books in Greek language from the General Conference. The books are used by local members for literature evangelism and are also distributed throughout community centers. The container from the States was sealed so well that we had to employ the help of the local fire brigade and the police to unlock it. Here you can see some aspects of the operation and the young people unloading the container containing 4,500 kilograms of books. We had 2 Pathfinder and Adventure camps, the first one only 12 people in attendance, while the second one had more than 35 attendees. Plans are being made for the 3rd Cyprus section-wide Pathfinders and Adventurers camporee, to which our children and youth will invite their non-Adventist friends. Our strongest connections are made in relaxed environments. To this end, we had a study trip to Valdesian Valleys, where church members were encouraged to invite their friends. Half of the group was non-Adventist. But we never turned down the opportunity to travel within Cyprus for day trips to the Troodos Mountains and to the beach. We also utilized family enrichment seminars to develop our friendship with non-Adventists, connect with them, to share memorable moments and lifestyle advice. As a follow-up, we have families with whom we conduct cookery classes to develop friendship and spiritual enrichment. The dates are already set for the year 2017 to continue with the family enrichment programs. During the year, we also had a number of fundraising activities, the proceeds of which we used to help a number of church members and immigrants in their needs. We are especially thankful to God for the people who made decisions to follow Christ. It is always a great joy to witness baptism of our young people and to participate in the preparation of the new Bible students. It is our prayer that God will continue to gather, nurture, and lead His church in Cyprus and bless it with an abundant harvest in the days to come.